Hi, I'm Juliette Ferguson with Sotheby's International Realty. People call me Jette. And I'm here today with Jeff McMullen of Cal Financial. Welcome, Jeff.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're my personal financial, not advisor, mortgage lender, my personal mortgage lender.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wanted to talk to you and just ask some questions to help our buyers and sellers with the idea about veteran loans, VA loans, for all military branches.
Yes, ma'am.
So, something changed in 2019, pretty exciting.
Yeah, there's been a couple of changes. One of the most exciting ones is that now, well, probably best to compare. So what happened in 2019, if you were buying a VA loan, there's a max county limit. The max county limit was 652, and anytime you went over that, the veteran would need to put a down payment down. There was a formula for that, but
like 25% of the difference, something
correct,
like that.
Correct. So there was a down payment requirement. What's changed now is that maximum loan amount has really gone up a lot. So now you can do a VA loan 100% financing up to 1.5 million, which is really good news in Monterey County, right? We have
Huge.
A lot of houses between
You could
that.
buy a lot of house for that.
Yeah, and the nice
Big
thing
difference
is,
from 652.
yeah, and it hasn't really changed the rates, right? So the VA, so we actually have a $1.1 million loan in process right now.
Okay.
He's locked in at like 3.25%.
Wow.
So you
That's
can't
good.
usually get that. You especially can't get that at what we call high loan to value, meaning when you're putting very little down. When you do that with a jumbo loan, you usually get really high rates. So
Right.
instead of getting those rates are typically over 4, maybe even over 5%, whereas with the VA loan, you really don't see a change.
That's amazing.
It is.
And again, there's no down payment now up to 1.5 million in Monterey County.
Yes, ma'am.
That's huge. So that's shock. I'm still in shock.
Yeah, I think it's going to open up. I really do. I think it's going to open up a lot of possibilities for veterans in this area. We do get a lot of retiring veterans.
Right.
We get a lot of, a lot of people who move here and then they see the down payment requirements and they think they can't buy. Whereas
Right.
this should open up a lot more housing.
It will. Because we have so many people from DLI, that's Defense Language Institute over in Monterey. We've got teachers, we've got students.
Naval
The
postgraduate
best
school.
language place in
Yeah.
the world. And Navy postgraduate school, yeah. We have a lot of buyers and sellers that come, they're only 3 years, but they buy a house and they often keep it and then come back and retire.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how about for people who aren't very familiar with what a VA loan is,
Okay.
just kind of the basics, what is it?
So VA loan is designed for people who've been discharged from the military honorably.
Honorably. Yeah.
There's a few different criteria that it gets a little specific. Basically, it goes down to how much length of service, how much time they had in the military.
Okay.
Because you have to get what's called eligibility. You have to be eligible, and we have to check your eligibility.
The DD215.
It's a DD214.
214.
Right?
I always say
You're
15.
good. It's a DD214. We send that in. We get what's called a certificate of eligibility from the department of the VA department, right? We'll send that in. We'll get the cert of eligibility back. It'll say if they are eligible for a VA loan or if they're not.
Okay.
As long as they are, then they can do a loan with zero down payment, with no mortgage insurance, which is different. So
Very different.
every other loan that we talk about that has a low down payment typically comes with some sort of FHA, and then also even conventional, when you put less than 20%
Right.
down, you still have mortgage insurance.
And then with FHA, it drives me nuts because you never get rid of it, even if you have 20% equity in the home, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is, in my opinion, it's the best loan out there.
Yeah.
If you qualify for it, and to be fair, I mean, these are veterans. These are people that defended our country.
That's
so
right.
They should be getting a deal.
And my husband is a veteran, and your father
He
a
was.
veteran?
Yeah.
Was a veteran.
Uh-huh.
And so I love helping veterans in Monterey County, especially because it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes to help a buyer get into a house.
Yeah, so VA
Because of the
requires
age of the house.
the age of the house is true. So the VA requires that you have a house that's got no active pest infestation, which sounds basic, but it's basically there's a report that we get, a pest inspection that we get on almost every property.
Covering termites and dry rot and woodwork. And
Correct. And so what the VA requires is that you have no Section 1 work, meaning there's no active infestation.
Right.
And also there's no structural issues noted on that report. So like there's no water leaks or if there's something that looks like it's not right structurally, sometimes we'll have to get a letter from a contractor that says that it's okay.
Okay. Been there with that.
Yes,
with
ma'am.
you before. So I think we're running out of time on this one, but
Okay.
is there any other last minute advice regarding veteran loans you can give?
They've changed the way you can do what's called an interest rate reduction loan, sort of refinance.
Oh.
So if you have an old VA loan and you're curious about what rates are now, we can look at that, because the rates are really attractive for people who maybe bought a home with a VA loan in the last 3 to 5 years.
Oh, and you've done several of our clients' homes that
Mhm.
we should notify and have them talk to you again.
Absolutely.
So what's your phone number?
I'm at 831-210-4034.
831-210-4034.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this is my phone number. You can see it on the poster, but sometimes my big head blocks the number. So we'll go with mine is 831-402-3800. Thanks so much for watching Jette TV. This is season 3, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one.